Power Target Trades, Power Trigger Trade.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to succeed with options. So how to succeed with options? Well, first of all, you need a great strategy. But let me show you a great win we had in Tesla recently here. A plan that I posted on October the 24th in my group. So let me show you what I said here and what had happened. I did this as the market was open on October 24th, and the trade happened around the 11 o'clock area, time frame area. Let me show you here. So I told people what I was doing, and of course they had to get in. Now let me click in on this here. Okay, so you can see around, I said, see 10:53 a.m. Now this was October the 24th, and I said, Tesla, I'm buying some November 01 calls for Tesla on November the 1 for the, on the November 01 305 calls, as Tesla is at the 294 area. So you should see that's the area, right? Now you could see the options right over here. See where the arrow is? They cost $325. Now I'm going to show you what I said and explained, and the group we had plenty of time to get into this plan. This was something that I did more during that day because Tesla had earnings. And of course, the big picture was that I know my intentions were Tesla was going higher, but I was looking for an entry point that I did find exactly in the 294 area because we had bounced. So let me show you what I said. So give me a second here, people. All right, so after I posted the chart, the options actually moved up to 420, okay? But then they pulled back. They didn't go much higher than that, and then the options pulled back. As you can see, I made the note. Since I posted, the entry was at 370. As of the last few minutes, again, the stock, you need to hold this plan right. It had pulled back. Okay, so I needed to hold this plan right. I think support, yeah. So basically what I'm saying is that you need to hold this plan right as support is 289. And things look good to retest 300, if not higher in this plan. That's what I meant to say over here. Now this support is 289, okay, and Tesla, and then here it is. This is what I'm saying over here, okay. So with Tesla, I will place my stops at 2.0 on the November 01 305 call. So I'm telling people what to do with the stops, okay. So of course we never got stopped out, but we put our stops at 2.0, okay. So our entry was, if your entry was 370 or 340 or 420, okay, we required those stops at this point in time, okay. This just changed, of course. On October, then Tesla moved, okay, from that entry point. Now we have to go to the charts to show you the story, but we're going to talk about what I said as we led up to higher prices. So October 24th, Tesla now at 297.34, and the options are at 485. So now the stops can be 230. So you can see I kept my stops low. Why? Because at the moment we still needed to prove, we needed to see where, if we needed to prove that support. Okay. In other words, if we had to hold this unless that support was broken. That was the only way to catch this move based on what I was seeing, which we did, right? Of course. So anyways, but of course at this time we did not have these gains, okay, which I'm going to show on October 25th. We had to manage the gains. Okay, that's what's important. Succeeding is having a good plan, having the right mindset, and giving direction which is what I had to do this time on the fly. Okay, on the fly on that date. So Tesla options are now at 535 for our November 01 305 calls as Tesla hit 298. Again, people, it's all about the big picture skills. So again, I keep explaining things to the people. Now, what I said, at least before taking profits on 50% for me, it's about catching the real gains. What I was talking about the targets. Now, my first initial targets were at 8.00, but that changed. Okay, that changed, and I'll show you the explanation. So now later on the day, Tesla hit 299 and the options hit 570, and of course, this kept trending, never went near the stops at all. was so smooth. It was so nice. So then Tesla hit 299, options at 590. I'm giving the update. Stops at 270. But I then moved them lower. Even though we never went even near, even below 4. I moved them down to back to 230. I said, for Tesla, I have decided to keep my stops at 230 for the November 01 305 calls. This leaves no excuses and gives this maximum room with super low risk. This is exactly right, people. Listen, if you don't know how to manage your trades, I looked at the situation, I go, if we do not hold this properly, if I was to get stopped out in this trade, it wouldn't matter to me because I would have lost for the right reasons. But if I would have got stopped out and missed the gains, it's a disaster. And I'm going to show you why. This is why having the right mindset, having good plans, and having faith in what you do, that's what I do. Obviously, I have a very powerful strategic plans that I focus on, and we're talking about, I do this year after year, month after month. It's all documented on my YouTube channel. Okay, but this was more of an after earnings play that they don't happen very often, but I still manage it just like I do any other plan. All right, now. So for this trending move for Tesla, support is 290. So I'm talking about the support, and I said as long as those supports hold, that this could take us to 310 to 315 before we need a pullback. Well, Tesla blew what I said through the water. But Tesla, the way Tesla was a superstar before, it's returned. And it hasn't been like that for 6-7 months. So it was hard to believe we would get better than this. I was happy to get this. And we got way better than that. But that's despite this morning. We're above both. So Friday we could get more of a squeeze higher. I'm preparing the people. Listen, people. The way we're closing, we're looking good for a squeeze higher, and that's what we received. Again, my squeeze higher was the 310, 315. We blew through those targets. Power Tricker Trade, the big picture leader, right here, people. You're seeing gold, so stay tuned. How to get inside of my group, Power Trades. You're witnessing gold. Okay? It's a free group, and I'm going to show you how this all works for you to succeed. You will see value like this. Management, support, you name it. It's very different. Okay, most people cannot afford the kind of advice that I give, so I make it free, and I'll show you how this all works as an example. Tesla now at 300 people, so the options were at 620. Skill, stock clowns. I talk about the stock clowns, just born to lose. This stock clown is just a fact. Listen, a lot of people don't have what it takes to succeed. It's a fact. That's why most people lose in the markets. You have to have the right skills, the right mindset, the right money management skills in order to do these right, to catch gains like this, okay? It's a skill. Okay? And I've been studying the markets for over 28 years, so I got a lot of skill right now. That being said, so I prepared us for that move up in Tesla. We're already in those November 01 305 calls. So let's see over here. Give me 1 second, people. We'll go to the next. We'll go to October the 25th now. All right, so here's October the 25th. Here's the update. Tesla looking good now at 301.25. But the key is for us to get over 305, and then the party can get better. Look to take profits on the options on 50% at 8 or higher. Right now, the options are at 630 as Tesla is at 302.20. Now, I also changed the goals along the way based on what I was seeing. We happened to break 305 very quickly. The reason why was if we did not break 305, we would have to hold till Monday, okay? But of course, on Friday we got the fireworks. Everything followed my rules, and that's what we did. We followed the rules. My intentions were to get 8 or higher on 50%. Okay, that's 100% gains on the options. Okay, not with skill, not fear, and that's what you're seeing. You're not going to see this anywhere else. Okay. All right, now. So here it is. Tesla now 304 now, and the November are at 745, skill, yeah. Look to take profits on half over 9 or higher, as this looks good to break out today, as this could test 310 today. Of course, as I saw how we were moving, I'll give you the updates here. I just loved it. This stock kept exceeding all my targets. Again, that's the way I am. I always set targets and I adapt. I talk about adaptive thinking. This is adaptive thinking at its best. I couldn't be prouder of how this worked out. Everything that I talk and preach to speak about to my group, fruition right in front of their faces. Tesla breaking out now over 305.76 and the options hit 8. So we broke the 305.76 that I was talking about in the updates. Then Tesla now 307, and then November our calls at 9. Enjoy these gains with skill, powerful lessons. Okay, I'm talking about Apple here. Tesla building to test 310. Once we break 3085, that will be powerful. I'm watching for that key pivot. Tesla sold 50% here at 1025 as Tesla hit 309.40. What a super winner. So again, whether you took profits at 9 or 1025, it's a great winner. But that was 50%. That's not the full story here, right? So you got to watch here. What a super winner. Looking to get 12. That's my update. Of course, I blew those targets to 15 or more on the runners. Had I left my target, I was so thrilled with the profits that I was making, okay? And again, Tesla hasn't acted as powerful as it has on this Friday in a long time, in over 6 months, okay? So the Tesla that I made so many gains from other prior years is back. And I wasn't used to it, right? So now I put my runners at 7, 8, and then Tesla. Now the options at 30. So then I put my runners at my 25%. So what I did is I subdivided my runners 25%. So, for example, what's that mean? So, for example, if you have 4 options, okay, in this case, 4 options, okay, 2 options we took off. That's 50%. Then one of the options I held for this particular plan. So you can see what I'm saying here. Tesla options are now 14.15 for the November 1 305 calls, as Tesla is at 3.15. So I have stops at 13. Of 25% of my options, we stop at 10 for the last 25. So that's what I did. But then again, this changed up, right? Because this is moving. This is doing a lot of great moves that day. So here it goes. Okay, I am stopped out at 13 for now on my November 1 305 calls. This is at 11:05 a.m. this morning. So that happened around 11:04. We're going to go take a look at on the charts after here. And I wrote that just to put the timing. So now I only have 25%, which is one option for my runners at 10.50. What a great win. We hit targets. And so now, as you can see, so now I said Tesla is at 316 and the November 1 305 calls are at 1570. So now I have the stops at 15. Long story short, people, I got stopped out at 1550. Yeah, out at 1550 on the rest of the Tesla. So greater than 150% gains was achieved when you combine all the options together, okay? Let me show you. Let's go to the charts, people. Let's go to the charts. So honestly, read what I'm saying here. But let's go to the charts now. All right, people. So we're here. We are in the charts here. November 1. Here's the November 1 calls. So here's and this is again October the 25th. See over here, October the 25th. I'm in the charts here, and I pulled up the options chain, and right over here are the 305 calls. They closed at $2,500 per option. So you're seeing that. That's right, people. Now, we did not get that. That's not the point. That's the power of big picture thinking, of catching gains with skill for real direction. That's my whole purpose of my channels, is we learn to strategically think, to make gains for real direction, not baby scalping trades, okay? And that I teach and preach and empower by you being in my group. Power Group Trades. So right there. Okay. Now, let's go. Give me a second. Let's go and look at... so here I got the 10-minute charts up here, okay? And here's October the 24th, okay? So this is what happened here. So at... okay, so this is where we got in, okay? Tesla pulled back a little bit, 290, 250, then we moved up, okay? It pulled back again at 1 o'clock a little bit, but the low was 295.89. So take a look at your charts, okay? But as you can see, we never hit any of the stops or any of the support levels that warrant us to be afraid to get out of this. So it was a very smooth option plan, okay? And then you can see how we in the 10 minutes we were at 301, then 303. So I made adapted, then we broke out 308, and so by 11 o'clock we had made great gains, and by around right around afternoon is where I was out of the position, and then this kept going higher, right? So this just blew targets right out of my gate, right? So that's the charts, right? If you go look at your charts, your 10-minute charts, you go look at it for yourself, right? Great identification skill, understanding direction, right? And of course, the big picture for Tesla, this is going to be a $400 or $500 stock longer term, and even higher. But those are my targets for the short term, $400 to $500. But there's going to be a lot of option plans going forward for Tesla. So let me put the daily chart up here. Okay. So there you have it, people. That's the close. Let me show you some information about Power Group Trades now. All right, people, welcome to Power Trigger Trade. Confirmation is key. Right here, see this? Pinned tweet. See that? Study that video. It explains how to become a member inside of Power Group Trade. This is a great opportunity, people. The kind of leadership and help that I give and how I empower people is tremendous, okay? And it's so needed in these markets now, especially in the new era, okay? And never before in the history was there this kind of help that could be given. And again, it is free for people to come in, succeed, and see the value for themselves. And if they're able to stay in the group, right? You have to work at it, right? Nothing's for nothing. But if you do study, if you do put the effort, if you do follow my rules, success can happen, right? That being said, we're going to go to my YouTube channel. Now let me show you what else you should be doing. Let me click on here. Give me a second. I want to show you people about the gifts. Okay, so what happens is people in my group, okay, my group is free, but people send gifts out of free will to show respect. For example, Ash, she sent me a lot of great gifts, but she sent me a gift on this particular Tesla trade for $211. Okay, as you can see, this right over here. Okay, and if you press pause, you can read what she says here. Thanks, Sandra, for the brilliant guidance and on an amazing Tesla win. So this is what we do. So press pause, people, and if you want to see this, okay. Here we'll do a gift right here from Bruce, right? As an example, $200. Thanks for the Tesla Apple. Okay. Everybody has different account sizes in my group, and different, are able to send gifts differently. It's very different, okay? And so that's what I want to show, but this is done out of free will, okay? As there is no cost of coming into my group. You simply follow the rules, and then if you see value, you will be and the people that do work at this and do put the effort, see value, send gifts like this. I've received $500 gifts, $600 gifts. Study my channel, you're going to see a lot of great eye-opening things. But again, success is for the few and not the many. Right, so this is my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades, Wealth and Health Leader. That's exactly what I am, people, the Wealth and Health Leader. Listen up. I do live streams on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canada. So figure out your time zone to come to my time zone. I usually do give the heads up on Twitter as well, but keep that in mind. If you want to come and ask the big picture leader some questions, come to the live streams. I give updates to the market weekly. I've been correct the big picture of the market. I've been calling for a higher market since in great fear. Again, if you want to know the history of me, you have to study my YouTube channel, right? It takes forever, so much information, okay? So you want to study my created playlist, a wealth of great information. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, people, okay? Study my videos, come to my live streams, get inside of Power Group Trades, right? My links are right over here. All the information is there for you. You need to study, get into my group. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you one thing. One second, people. All right, people. At the end of the video, you're going to see a picture of me in a circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube account, get one. Come here, subscribe here manually. I look forward to helping you succeed. Hope you enjoy this video. Study this video. Study a lot of my other videos on my YouTube channel, because when you put great effort, when you have great leadership, when you have great rules, you can do very well. And I'm looking for success, long-term success, right? So think long-term success. See you on the other side, people. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video.
Power target trades. Power trigger trade.